timelines that ended, those timelines, you decided to end it at the end of the timelines. But in the timeline that you're in right now, you haven't decided to end it yet, so that's why you're still alive. And any time that you come close to death, you will have the option, because of the infinite possibilities, you will have the option to choose the way of living. And let's pretend that consciousness is an energy form that is not able to be destroyed or created. Let's pretend like it's a form of energy, the same way like Newton's second law of energy, or what, of matter, or whatever, like his second law of matter. I can't remember what the scientific shit was, but basically, matter can't be created or destroyed, right? Let's say your consciousness was like a form of like energy or matter or whatever, and it can't be killed or destroyed, right? So then,
Yeah.
every time that your conscious splits, if the timeline that it splits to, you would have ended up choosing to die, you can't choose that one anymore, because you ended up dying in that timeline eventually. So you're forced into choosing one of the possibilities where you live. and so um, and so you're never allowed to die.
Okay, so
In your own universe.
with that being said, theoretically, if you died, couldn't, being that it's just a split of your consciousness, couldn't you just go into another one of those universes, put yourself
That's what I
into
was
one of
The
them?
thinking.
reason why you can't die, though, is because you can't destroy the consciousness, right? So you can't choose that pathway where you potentially die. You can only choose the pathway where you eventually existed forever and became God.
But when you die in a universe, can you take your consciousness and go into a different universe where you're still alive and live that life afterwards?
Yeah, that's a possibility if there's a way of connecting the universes, like through a cable, an internet cable or something like that. We do it all the time. That's what we're doing on Warframe right now, technically, combining our Warframe universes into one. So you could do that. You could transfer through. But like the thing is that yeah, oh my god, dude, like it would make so much sense for me, because when I technically died, or almost died, I had like the option, right? And I felt like I had the option to let myself die, or if I wanted to live, then I had to do exactly what I was about to do, right? And I didn't know what I was about to do, but I just had this overwhelming feeling of my choice, right? And I had the feeling like it was like my will to live versus like holding on to life. Like a lot of people, when they die, it's really like peaceful, right? They give up their life. They're willing to give it away, right? They're happy, they're
Hmm.
satisfied, they're peaceful. But I wasn't at peace. I had this feeling of determination to live. And so I had like this subconscious kind of like flash of like into the future. If I don't do something immediately, this is going to be my future. And I kind of like seen myself die. And at that moment that I seen myself die, I also had like this power of like just no. I just heard no yelling in my head, bro. You want to start this mission, bro? And then
Oh wait, no, Jay.
I just fucking ran, bro, because this
Oh
happened when I
no.
was
I'm
getting
good.
stabbed.
Just waiting on Mafia.
So I got stabbed by this person who I used to rap with. Like, we were rappers. Um, he was like 7 years older than me, and I think I was like 19. He was like 26, 27, 20,
Why
somewhere
did he
around there.
stab you?
We were drinking, getting high, and I didn't know because he didn't tell me, but he had taken pills and he was like blacked out. So once he blacked out, he pulled a knife on me and tried to rob me and tried to just he's told me he was gonna take everything that I had and kill me and leave me, and he was gonna bury me in the fucking side of the house or whatever. And I was like, "What fuck, dude?" And it was just like, it was so fucking overwhelmingly immediate. It was just like, you're sitting with your best friend, drinking beer, smoking weed, doing some freestyle raps, having the best time of your life. Fucking nobody else is there except for like the people who are upstairs and they're like practically sleeping. And then out of nowhere, you got a knife to your throat and you're fucking being threatened and being held against the fucking wall and shit and being tossed around like a doll. And the thing is that I'm really light. Like I can't hold my own, dude. I like weigh like 120, so I had no chance fighting back. But
Yeah.
the only reason why I survived was because at that moment of death, like I had already been stabbed twice and slashed against the knuckles of my hand, trying to grab his knife out of his hand to stop him. And I was bleeding out fast, and he went inside and came back out with a pillow, and he ran towards me. And at that moment, I seen myself, like, dude, in that one split second, dude, I just felt like I had the knowledge put inside my brain that I was going to die, I was going to choke out, and I felt exactly how it felt. In that 1 second, I felt myself dying. And it was just like, it's, every time I go back to it, it's just like, I fucking rant over it because I ramble and I just think about, because it was such a fucking overwhelming moment. And it was a life-changing moment. After that happened, I realized that, some people, even if you expect perfection from them, like I was always into law of attraction, so I would put out this idea where I would trust everyone more than they deserved, and it was good. It would, like, I would try to find the good in people, right? I would try to give them the benefit of the doubt. And so even the most fucked up people, I would try to figure out how I could look at it from the perspectives, I would look at it from like a murderer's perspective and try to say, like, what can I side with him? I relate to him. I would always try to find the human in everyone. That kind of was my weakness in this regard. And after being stabbed and losing like all my trust for humans, I became like super paranoid about so many things, and I don't go out anymore. I don't fucking give stuff away. I don't like. I mean, like, I give stuff away, but like, I mean, I don't like I don't give people the ability to fuck me over. Like if I'm gonna trust somebody and
Yeah.
give them power in my clan, I make sure that the most that they could fuck me over is gonna do less than a day's worth of damage.
Yeah.
And even, yeah,
How did you survive? Knock him out or something?
and I don't know, dude. Like, after nearly dying, I became more passionate about living. Like, I used to feel like sometimes I would be like, I'm okay with dying. Like, if I die, it happens, If I get killed tonight, who cares? Because fuck, the world sucks and all this shit. I've struggled with depression ever since I was 12. It's been a fight ever since then.
Yeah.
I haven't really had a moment, like, I hadn't really had like more than like a month or so without depression being an issue or a thing to a thing to deal with and shit. So that echo's fucking me up. There was something that I was about to say that I just. Depression. Oh yeah, I never wanted to kill myself now. Like, I never, well, even though I did want to, the thing is that I didn't want to kill myself. I wanted to escape the pain that I was feeling by living. So I wanted the relief.
I
But
know
that
what you
relief,
mean there.
relief is a feeling, right? And if you're dead, you're not gonna feel relief. You're not gonna feel any.
Exactly.
And
You literally just blew everything right there.
Yeah, and that's the problem is that most people who are considering suicide, they have pain that they can't deal with, and they are looking for a solution to deal with their pain. And people who commit suicide have more pain than they know how to handle, and that's not their fault. Like most people might put pain on their self, but it's I doubt anyone intentionally causes their self to become depressed. Like why would somebody want that? It doesn't make sense, right? So like I don't blame anyone for being depressed or having pain in their life, even if they cause it themselves. I don't blame them because nobody ever intentionally does it,
That's
right?
true.
And prime receiver, get another set for
But I
that.
am one of those people who have attempted it, though, put me in the
I mean, I
hospital for a
attempted it, but
while,
it was a
and I'll
terrible
never
attempt.
try it again.
Now I can make my AK
It was a
Lex.
terrible attempt
What
on
if I
my
get an
part,
AK
too.
Lex receiver?
My attempt wasn't even close. Like it wasn't even if I would have
How is
did
it that
it
I got zero
harder, what I
everything
was
again?
doing, it wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have died. I mean, I would have
Uh,
mentally fucked myself, but that's about it. And I
Makes no
honestly probably
sense.
did mentally
yeah.
fuck myself a little bit from the pills that I took. But yeah.
Oh my God. I did the same thing. I took like about 15,000 milligrams of a bunch of different pills. And when I told the doctors, they're like, "Oh, there was no possible way for you to overdose on that anyway." They're like, "It's
Yeah,
made so that you can't OD on it that easily."
it's
I was
like
like, "Oh
the
no, I feel like a dick. I'm in the hospital. I'm gonna get Baker acted, and I'm feeling stupid."
it's like you're not doing anything that is like damaging your body in the way that it would kill it, but you are damaging your body.
Yeah, you are damaging your body, but it's
Just not
like,
in a way that it
holy
would even be
shit.
close to lethal. It's just very discomforting and shit.
I was super stoned. I remember feeling crazy stoned.
Bro, I remember when I tried to kill myself, I took like it wasn't even that much, bro, but took like 8 Adderalls.
Oh, snap.
But you know what? I didn't overdose, but I did have a good 3 days of playing video games nonstop.
At least you had video games. I was Baker acted with a bunch of legit loonies. Like, these people were crazy. Like, I felt so out of place. They were feeding us bologna and cheese sandwiches, dude. Like, I will never, ever put myself through that again. Never. That was the worst experience ever. Like, I learned my
Oh, you know what
lesson.
I want? I kind of remember what I was gonna say. I never want to die now, so I want to live forever. Even if everybody I ever knew from now to when I was born, everyone that is in my life up to now, even if they all die before me, I want to live forever. And the reason for that is because I want to express, I want to exist, and I have the willpower to stay alive, and even through like all the pain, I still want to experience more because I feel like there's more joy at the end of the pain. Eventually, I'll find it somewhere. Even if I have to live for like a year of pain just for a day of pleasure, that day of pleasure is worth it once you get to it. So I feel like there's no reason to die.
And who knows, maybe after a few millennia, you might become this huge, vast, freaking consciousness that can make anything that it wants happen. So,
Oh, dude, it won't take
being
that long.
immortal
Trust
could
me.
really have its yeah, right? Not even a
Bro.
few thousand millennia, because if you're immortal, you could literally just swim your way through the universe
Oh, dude, I
easily.
don't
Yeah.
have to swim my way through the universe. Trust me. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to leave Earth. Uh, and the only reason I would want to leave Earth is if Earth was threatened.
Every human died.
Well, in
Once every human dies out, then you'll leave Earth.
let's
Not
say
even.
let's say I'm taking the hard mode, right? Like, I want to be like let's say the quantum suicide, my version of quantum suicide theory is true, right? So if you have the willpower to exist, then you won't be destroyed. So then let's say that uh everything else in the world still exists, right? Same rules apply. So our bodies will still age. You'll still